See, what we understand from the sources from the Thiruvarangundu police station is that a case has been registered for unnatural death, and no one has been arrested until now. That's what we understand. But the investigation is on. The police are checking all possibilities as of now. This happened on the 25th. This horrendous, shocking incident happened on the 27th of this month, where when a group of police officials were walking through the Villiya River, in Ambalapara in Palakkad region near the Silent Valley Park, they saw an elephant standing in a river where it was seen bleeding, and its mouth was half immersed in the water. By the time they tried to pull it out outside the water, it was declared dead. Now, after the autopsy, it was very clear that it was a pineapple, which is filled with crackers or explosives, which was fed to this 15-year-old pregnant elephant. And we still don't know who is it, what the intention was. All these things has to be investigated as of now. I tried to speak to a number of officials, especially the forest officials. What they say is that yes, they agree that the incident happened, but they're not ready to come and talk in front of the camera, mostly because they need the permission from the higher authorities, especially from the forest department. But I spoke to the DFO and also the wildlife warden. He said that even earlier such horrific incident did happen, but in most of the cases they were not able to find the accused person. In this particular case, it is very difficult. They say that since there was no CCTV cameras over there, it is a bit difficult to trace the person. But as of now, the probe is intensified. The cops are confident that they will be able to nab the culprit who has conducted this heinous, shocking crime.
To stay on with us, Vivek Narayan is also joining us. Vivek, of course, this is part of the larger rubrics of the man versus animal conflict. However, at times like this, instances such as this makes us wonder who really is the beast.
Precisely. I mean, this incident happened late last month, about 2 to 3 weeks back, is when the elephant, which is actually from the Silent Valley in Palakkad district, it ventured out towards the Malappuram border, just within that area region only, though a different district, and it is supposed to have swallowed this pineapple, which was filled with explosive device. Remember, in this region, it is quite common for farmers to keep baits for animals which invade into their farmlands. Usually it's for the wild boar they keep this kind of baits, usually chicken or non-vegetarian stuff which is stuffed with an explosive device, so that whenever when a wild boar bites it, its head blows off. It is not humane at all, but then it is a kind of established practice along these areas. Now, what we do not know is whether this pineapple was actually fed on purpose or the elephant by mistake ate it. Irrespective of how it happened, it is something which is completely inhuman. It is something which cannot be in any way be justified, even within the rubric of man-animal conflict, is something that I strongly believe in. Well, essentially what happened is that there is a rapid response force of the Kerala Forest Department. The officer here, Mr. Mohan Krishnan, he had been there. He had seen this elephant wandering, and it was in waist-deep water, according to his Facebook post, he says, and the animal was in extreme pain. He writes that he tried to save the animal. They could make out that the animal has been standing there for quite some time, and that the elephant thought that it could save its child and itself by standing in water, because its lower jaw, its tongue was completely mangled. This is what the officer writes. There is an interesting statement that he's written in Malayalam. I'll translate it into English. It says, even with that agonizing pain, she did not destroy any houses. She did not injure any human being. Well, it's a shame. She was a good person. Well, this is what the officer wrote. It is after the officer's social media post that the story came out in the open. It is then that all the rest of the media started reporting it. It's after that this video started coming out. But essentially, it's a wake-up call for all of us, hitting our conscience at a time when a tiny virus has threatened entire humanity, at a point when we are taking on a beast with a child in its stomach.
It is heart-wrenching to even think the plight of this, and as you rightly pointed out, even when she was in extreme pain, she didn't hurt any human or destroy any houses on the way either.